Hello everybody, it's Raziel here coming back at you with another Smite God build for the Xbox One and really any platform at this point. Today we're coming at you with Xbalanque, or GB for short, or even Xbal depending on who you are partied with, etc. He is the Hidden Jaguar son. He's a Mayan god and he's a hunter. Early game aggressor is a good way to summarize him. You want to be aggressive with this god, and I'll go over that when I get into his build, etc., etc. Before we get into that, let's just go. If this video is mainly for people who have just unlocked him, starting out with him, people who need a refresher, or people who just need to really get into what the new meta is for Season 3, even though it's mid-season of Season 3 now. This is for patch 3.11 on the consoles. 3.12 just dropped, so some things will change, but not drastically. We won't be going over the Golden Bow build because that's going to be removed in 3.12. So, that being said, if you enjoyed the video, please hit it with a thumbs up. Leave a comment below explaining what you like, what you didn't like. Hit that subscribe button for future content. I'm going to be going through every god and maybe touching back on gods depending on how big the meta changes. I take requests and we'll hit them up as we go. And you can also hit me up on Twitter and occasionally on Twitch at @RazzleZealam_Inc. as you can kind of see right there, even though I'm currently showing on my YouTube channel what you're watching now. Yeah, okay, so this video we're going to go over the abilities / kit, his relics, his item build, and his fighting scenario / combos. Before we get into it, I'm going to go over a little bit of housekeeping that I go over in every channel, and that's what the abilities are called. I play on the Xbox One. I use a Savage build. So my button mapping down there for my abilities is going to be different potentially than yours. If you're on the PS4, obviously it's different, and PC and Mac, completely different UI to begin with. So for his abilities, we're going to be calling them 1, 2, 3, and 4. What does that mean? Well, his 1 ability is all the way to the left. His ultimate is 4, and just go sequentially from there. That way, when I call it 1, 2, 3, and 4, either here or if we happen to be in the same game, match or whatever, that's what I mean. So please take note. That will hopefully help cut down any confusion in the future. Let's get right into this. We're going to start on his kit, if I can turn this off. And his passive is Dead of Night. Alright, so this is one of the reasons why he is considered an early game aggressor. Because any enemy god that Xbalanque kills increases his physical power permanently. This is similar to some other abilities and passives and stuff out there. The Odin passive is going to get changed, but right now it's kind of like that if you get kills within the ring, etc. So you gain 5 physical power for every kill, up to 6 kills. So it's additional 30 physical power. The earlier you get that 30 physical power, the better. That's essentially a small item, or half an item late game, for those big, physical power items that are out there. 30 physical power is nothing to laugh at, especially early game when you don't have your item build even maybe halfway done, So it'll make you stronger, make you more potent, give you more poke early on in the game. All right? So that's pretty good. That's why you want to be aggressive. All right, his 1 is Branching Bola. Now, if you ever played against a Xbalanque, or you've played him yourself, this is what I consider his main clear ability, his main damage ability, even really. Whenever he toggles this ability, so you can toggle it on and off, his basic attack deals an additional damage. It also adds 2 more hits. It's split off up to 30 units behind the target for 30% of the damage, and it doesn't proc on hit target stuff, etc. Pressing again obviously toggles it off. So essentially it gives you you can hit up to 3 people, minions, gods, etc. With one basic attack. The downside to this is that even if you don't hit with the basic attack, it costs mana. So every time you throw a bola, hit or miss, it's going to cost you mana. Now it does flat damage. There's no scaling. Well, there is, but there's no 20% physical power, etc., etc. But it costs you 16 mana at full build, full stack, whatever, per shot. So if you miss 10 of your shots, it's 160 mana right there, and that's unfortunate. So don't miss. Is good. But if you're going against minions early game, this is going to be pretty good, clear. Just be wary, watch your mana, because you can drain your mana pretty quick with this ability. Second item in his kit is Poison Darts. He shoots 10 darts in a cone in front of him, dealing damage to each one. An enemy can be hit by up to 3 darts, with the other 2 doing 30% of the damage. So you can hit them, for 160, whatever. Enemies hit a poison, taking additional damage every half second, and are slowed. So, the initial dart does, damage, 90 damage at full rank, plus another 40% of your physical power. And if you got full stacks, that's pretty good early game. Additionally, the damage from the poison for every 5 seconds is 0.5 seconds, not every 5 seconds, an additional 10%. All right, but that's over 3 seconds, so it's 6 more hits. So that's not too bad. And it slows them for up to 20% at max rank. Not bad, right? And the cooldown decreases as it goes as well. So I'll go over when to use this, etc., etc. Some people may differ from me. I'm pretty aggressive with him. I can. He's a hyper carry to an extent, mid to late game. So we're gonna go on to his 3, which is Rising Jaguar. This is a great ability for a few reasons. Xbalanque rushes forward and then jumps into the air. While in the air, he fires darts at all nearby enemies in a radius, dealing damage to any area. Any enemies that were poisoned previously take additional damage. Excuse me. Alright, so it does 280 damage plus 20% of your physical power. Alright? And if you poison them first, you can see where this is going, it does an additional 20% on top of that. That's not too shabby. But not only that, what it doesn't say in this tooltip here is that when he uses Rising Jaguar, he's essentially CC immune. So this can be used as a mini purification. I almost said sanctuary, but purification. So you get hit with Ares' ultimate. You time it right and use Rising Jaguar, you don't get pulled. That's what it boils down to. So it's pretty damn good. You can use this in conjunction with your purification. If your purification's down, just keep this in your back pocket so you can get out of some of those situations where you're rooted, slowed, etc., etc. His ultimate is Darkest of Nights. Again, if you played against or with a Xbalanque, you know what this is, especially if you played against it, because it's annoying as all hell. He shrouds enemies in darkness for 3 seconds. During that time, his basic attack range and movement speed is increased. At the end of the darkness, which will be like a tick going on, any enemy gods that are moving are stunned. Okay. So it's easy to not be stunned, you just stop moving. Which some people don't understand. Because maybe they don't understand the actual ultimate. Now, your movement speed is increased by 60% at max rank. That's pretty damn fast, right? Your attack range is increased by 40 feet, which is a pretty good distance, alright? And then if you get the stun off, it's 1.5 seconds. This can be used as initiation. This can be used as get the hell out of dodge defense mode. It's a flat cooldown, flat cost. It's a 90-second cooldown, that's not too bad. You get max cooldown, and I don't know what, you're down to 50-something seconds. I can't do simple math right now, it's getting late. But you know what I'm going here. This ultimate can be popped a lot, and it's annoying as hell. So that is his kit. We'll go over it again a little bit more here later on in the video when we go over his team scenario, his fight scenarios and combos, etc. Next, we're going to move on to the relics. All right. As I say every video, these are situational. All right, cracking my wrist and everything else here. You're going against a team heavy in CC, especially in the dual lane. Now these relics and these items I'm going over next are primarily for conquest, whether it be ranked or casual, etc. These can be used in any other game mode, like Clash, Assaults, might change it up a little bit, Joust, etc. But mainly focusing on conquest. So you're going to be in the dual lane. You're going to have support with you, and you're going to be going against another hunter and guardian from the enemy team. Potentially, they might mix it up, you might mix it up, etc., etc. But that being said, they have an Ares, they have a Kumba, they have a Ymir, or however you pronounce it. You're going to want an Athena, even. You're going to want this purification. Now, I usually pop it into that slot because it's closer to my thumb. Now, this in conjunction with this 3 is going to make you a little bit easier to get out of things, so a little bit harder for them to knock you down. You know, if Ares ults, you can pop Purification for a guaranteed escape. If Purification is down, the next time he ults, you use your 3 to get the hell out of there. So, Purification usually a staple because everyone and their sister has crowd control at this stage in the game, usually within their ultimate. Alright, so the next relic, once you hit level 12, is up for debate. Okay? I usually go Frenzy. Because by level 12, you're obviously mid to late game, or mid game, because late game will be closer to 20. I go Frenzy. You know why? Because being a hyper carry that you are, there's going to be situations where you're going to split push. And when you split push, you're going to want Frenzy, because it knocks down those towers like freaking crazy, and those phoenixes. And you can even use it to secure, or help secure, a Gold Fury, and later in the game, a Fire Giant. So I usually go Frenzy. Now you can use Sprint here instead, if you guys are getting dominated a little bit more and you need to get, you and your team out of there. If the enemy team doesn't have much CC, they're running a Sobek, which really only has Pluck, or I don't even know, the Fafnir, the new one, who has a kind of a stun. It's not CC heavy. You can maybe use Sprint instead of Purification to go with. If they have a Nuwa, a Neath, maybe you're going to want to put Sanctuary in there to watch out for the global ults, etc. But these two are usually the ones you're going to be running in Conquest, because most of the time you're going to need Purification, and mid to late game you're going to want to start split pushing, so you're going to want Frenzy to do some more damage. You could also go Meditation, but hopefully your support has Meditation to keep you in the lane during the laning phase, which is early game. Alright, so now we're going to go into his kit. A lot of people will be running Golden Bow now, but like I said, 3.12 Golden Bow is gone. They're removing it from the game. It's broken. Every hunter had to rush it, etc., etc. It made every hunter an auto-attack hunter, an in-hand hunter. When that's not the case, because some are more ability-based and some are more auto-attack based, or basic attack based. That makes sense. So it's going to be gone, which is good. Now, where the hell is this? All right, so it's not recommended here, in this game mode at least. All right, so first thing you want to do is you're going to rush Transcendence. Right off the bat, you're going to be able to get the 1200 one. All right, you're not going to do a starter item. You're going to get this charged Morning Star, okay? Because it's going to get you that much closer to getting Transcendence. Why? Because Transcendence adds 15 mana per stack, and it also increases that mana, 3% of that mana, into physical power. So this makes you hit harder. If you want that mana, you want that MP5 that comes with it, plus the 35% physical power, just straight up. This helps you stay in lane in a lot better than if you didn't, because Branching Bolo is your main clear. So probably, if you're lucky, depending on how aggressive you are and how aggressive the enemy team is, the first time you back, you're going to be picking up Transcendent and maybe Boots 1. So, hit the 1200, and then potentially, just grab some mana pots, maybe a health pot, etc., etc. Next item will be Boots, because you're going to want to have that mobility. You're going to want these Warrior Tabby for extra additional physical power. You want to be hitting hard, and you want that movement speed. So the next item here, Could be Aussie. You know, but a lot of people now, and I think I'm starting to lean more towards it too. Although you could go with a Blood Forge because it gives you that pretty decent physical power. But I think you want to go. We're gonna go here with what the Soul Eater. I know it changed since season 2. We're gonna go Soul Eater because it gives you that little bit of extra sustain. Because it once you go below 25% health, it heals you for like 25% of your maximum health. So if you go below 25, say you hit 24, it heals you if you got full stacks to about 50%. That's not too bad. And that will save your ass, potentially, depending on who you're going against and how low they are, etc. Plus, it'll give you the attack speed, which you want, and 20% lifesteal. It's not bad, okay? Because it's going to go in conjunction with this next item, which is one of the staples right now that I love to use, whether it's a hunter or an assassin even, depending on the assassin, or, like Robin even in the Warriors, is kin size. Because it just does so much damage. I mean, it's physical power, yeah, it gives attack speed, but it does 4% of the target's maximum health with each attack hit. All right, so at this point, let's just check. At this point, you've got, where's your attack speed? 1.57. That's not too shabby. All right, nobody's gonna slight you for that. You're gonna be going pretty fast. All right, and then got branching bolos, and you're going to be hitting hard at this point. Hopefully you've got max stacks on your passives, which, by the way, looking right down here, right? No, down here. You see the face there. It's kind of creepy, yes, but each of those little circles there represents the time you kill an enemy god. They light up blue or whatever, okay? That denotes how many stacks you have for your passive. When all 6 of those lights are lit up, then you have 30 extra physical power. So, anyway, next item, let's turn this off, I don't need to see that, is one of 2 crits, all right? You can go Deathbringer if you're ahead, and you've got a lot more, you're ahead a couple levels, and you have the gold in hand, go Deathbringer. Just gives you that extra critical chance strike. If not, you're kind of close, you can go Wind Demon. These are the last 2 items you're going to pick up. So we're going to go Wind Demon, though, because more times than not, you might be pretty even. Why? Because it increases your attack speed and movement speed by 25% every time it crits. That's not too bad, all right? Especially, and then by the time you start getting the Wind Demon, you're just adding, not Wind Demon, getting the Deathbringer after Wind Demon, it keeps adding to that crit. So you're going to have more opportunities to have faster attack speed, faster movement speed. And at this point, you're doing a good amount of damage. All right, this is where you get the hyper carry. Because you're fast, you're hitting them fast, you're hitting them hard, you get kin size, your branching bolo does additional damage, etc., etc. Transcendence is stacked, boom, boom, boom. Late game, you can be a menace. Very good menace. Straight up. This is primarily going to be your build for any game mode, save maybe for Assault, because you're going to need to change things up. You can't do Transcendence in Assault. I don't even know if you can do Soul Eater, because that technically stacks. You'd probably put a Blood Forge in there. You'd probably put a defensive item, like Height of the Earthscreen or something, to cover the, both physical and magical. But for Conquest, this is what you want. Straight up. This will help you get through the game. Depending, how you and your team synergize and how you can dominate early game. I can't focus enough. Whenever I play X-Ball, I play more aggressive than I would, say, if I was playing an Apollo. Because I'm not that aggressive with my Apollo. But X-Ball, I am. Because I need to get those stacks, passive stacks, as soon as possible. And hopefully my support understands this and will set me up to get those kills. Will not steal the kill. In general, the support should give the kill to the carry. Because they're gonna do a lot more damage and carry the team, and allow them to rotate, etc., etc. But that's tactics. That's not really important to what's going on with Xball, or GB, or Xbalanque. So, that being said, we're gonna go over his, fight scenarios and combos. All right, here we are. Good old X-Ball. See, there's a bolo right there. Non-branching. This is regular bolo. We're doing what? 277. 665. About. Not too bad. And you see, I'm pretty fast, right? So now we toggle his one, which makes it branching bolo. It's not really going to happen here, but you can see him branch off. But now we're hitting him for what? 319. See, if you look behind him, see him branching off. 766. That's not too bad. And you can see my mana's going down. All right. So we don't have any Transcendence stacks. So at this point in the game, we'd probably be over 2,000 mana with fully stacked Transcendence. Okay. So that's going to be your wave clear. That's also going to be your pretty good poke against enemy gods. And even when I'm sieging a tower or a phoenix or something, I have this toggle because it does that little bit extra damage. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's how I'm aggressive with Xbalanque. I'm clearing wave, right? I'm knocking it down. My branching bolos are hitting them. We're in a position where I'm still hitting these guys. Obviously, Odin's not taking any damage here. And then they're low. They're within 25% or less. They're getting there. And I'm just hitting them with branching bolo. Okay, because I'm saving his 2 and his 3 for the cleanup. Why? Well, they're low enough. I hit them with the 2, which poisons them, right? Slows them. Maybe hit them with another auto attack or 2. They start to get away. I pop my 3 and make sure I hit them again while they're still poisoned as well. So within that 3 seconds, you want to do this quick. So bolo, poison, hit. Okay, doom. Extra damage that could potentially, without the sound effects, guarantee a kill. All right. I do it all the time. Whether it's Clash, whether it's Conquest. I've got a team with me. I'm working with me. I can hit them pretty damn hard. Get those stacks going. It also gets them out of lane so they lose experience and gold. And you get that stack, you get that experience, you get that gold, you get ahead early, and Xball can carry the team. You get behind, it's very difficult. Mid-game, you got no kills. The passive's still going to help, but it's not as good as if you got it early game. Within the first 10 minutes, if you don't have 3 kills, 4 kills, it's not going to be as beneficial to you as if you had 3 or 4 kills at 20 minutes. Because at that point, people are pretty much full gear. They've gotten their defense items that they're going to get. They've gotten etc., etc. So, that's that. And his ult, it's not going to really be shown here. Maybe it'll go around the Odin. We'll see if we can see on the Raw here, if it does. His ult will shroud him in darkness. And, we'll see how much faster and how much, longer he has. Let's see. So I can hit essentially right here, okay? So I'm going to shroud in darkness. Yeah, you can see. Oh yeah, see, I can hit that far away. That's pretty damn good. So that is good if you're chasing as well, or initiating, or running away even. So that's his build, really. I mean, it's kind of simple. Some people, want to build, into his 2 and his 3 early. So this is how you do it. You build up his 1, get that branching bolo max rank as soon as you can. Hit up poison anytime after that. So we'll add that additional slow. Increase the slow, percentage. His ult whenever you can, I don't think there's any benefit really. It just increases your movement speed. So I would actually rank his 1, his 2, and then his 3 in that order whenever you can in ultimate when you're potentially need to, because at this point you're not using the ultimate maybe to initiate and everything else. That additional length and everything that you get by ranking that up for attack distance is beneficial, but it's not as beneficial as say the extra damage on his 2 or 3. So I hope that was beneficial. Well, I've said that word way too many times. I hope this video helped. Again, if it did, please leave a thumbs up, a comment below, and hit that subscribe button, because I'm only going to continue with the, 50-something gods left that we have, plus any additional gods that come out. So, catch me live on Twitch, or check out my Twitter over here, Razulum_Inc. I usually post what I'm going to do, when I'm going to be live, when I'm posting a new video, etc. And I'm going to try to, do these once a week. I'm going to try to actually introduce some more videos, some Smite gameplay, and maybe some other things coming down the line on YouTube. And I really hope this helped. It's kind of a quick video. Not that I'm going to complain, because it leaves you the opportunity to go check out another one before anything you need to do. That being said, I'm going to head out, and I'm out of here. See you guys. Peace.